Yeah, I can't hide from that because I know. Even if I came here and told you that I was born in a rich family, you just look at me and you know I'm lying. So that is it. Here we are. In addition now to being poor, my father decided to die when I was young. Sorry for what? Actually, you should not be saying sorry. Actually, you should be telling me congratulations. Tell me congratulations, then I tell you why. Thank you so much. Now, my father's death opened doors for us to a better life. You see, right from his funeral, we started enjoying life. Like, well, you should have been there to see the care we received as orphans. I would just cough like, and people would come running. Jeff, are you okay? Can we give you chicken, meat, or soda? And I'm like, give me chicken and rice, you give me meat later. We enjoyed, we ate. You see, when my father was alive, we could never eat meat for 2 consecutive days. Even on Christmas, we ate meat for lunch, supper to be soup without meat. Then Boxing Day, we go back to normal. Dodo, mokene, and all that stuff. Even my mother, during that week of her husband's burial, she gained weight. And people were like, one night, this woman, I think she has developed pressure, high blood pressure. They didn't know that it was because of good feeding. She was eating meat, chicken, mutton, all the body building foods were at her disposal as a widow. So she would eat day and night. But now, the second, at one time I wish I had another father who could also die. So that we continue in that spirit of enjoyment. Unfortunately, I had one, so that's how it was. Now, secondly, we got condolence money. You see, the man we got had never crossed our house. Like 1.2 million. Our father did us a favor. He died during the time of elections. So there was a lot of money in circulation, many politicians. They came and gave us money. Even when my mother counted money, she was like, thank God, oh. Like, thank God that our fathers had died. Because we had never seen that kind of money. And now, just after that, we got another opportunity. An orphanage came and registered us. So it started giving us assistance, like playing toys. It would give us powdered milk. Sometimes we bring spaghetti. These things had never crossed our house when our father was still alive. So until he died, that we saw life. But you see, all this came to an end when the director of that orphanage, being a true Ugandan, decided to embezzle the funds for that orphanage. So we went back to absolute poverty, our original default. Default setting. We went back to our default setting. So life became so hard. Now we had to go and stay with our grandmother in another village. Now, a village of a village. Because our mother had to go to town and start looking for money, looking for work. So we went and stayed with our grandmother. But you see, my grandmother was a very interesting woman. And I don't know what aging does to women. They just lie about age anyhow, anywhere, to anyone, anytime. And my grandmother was one of them. One time, when my grandmother called it her penanza, when I was born, she was already old. But one time, when I was 7 years, they came to register young women so that they get money from the government to do business. My grandmother went and registered as a 39-year-old. Luckily enough, she was one of the young women. that got that money. And she ate it. No business. 10 years ago when they rolled out national IDs, you remember? You have national IDs? You don't have. It's okay. They expired. That time, my grandmother now decided to inflate her age. She told them she was 80. And the reason was she wanted to start receiving this monthly government allowance for the elderly. So she registered as an 80-year-old. During the same period, they came back registering for the middle-aged ladies to form groups and get money. Tapenensa was at it again. She went to register. They said, Tapenensa, your ID says 80. We are looking for the middle-aged elderly who are still strong because they're the future of this nation. My grandmother was like, are you going to give the money to the ID or to the person standing here? I am very strong. Actually, I'm the future of this nation. She started stretching. Don't you see? I am strong. I can do any business. They chased her away. You should have seen how she came back home complaining. This government policy about the elderly is wanting. Don't they know that life begins at 80? Like, grandma, it is your fault. You lied about your age. Said, but the ID, they made a mistake. But it was her idea. But you see, the big problem we have now came last year. We had an incident at our neighboring village. A mobile money agent was shot and robbed. But it is said, before that incident, there was an old woman who tried to talk to that man, confuse him. Now the following day, and it is believed that that old woman must have been part of that plan. So the following day, the army came to our village, doing investigating. Now they were looking for an old woman. My grandmother didn't know what had happened. She went to the soldiers and she thought they were from nuts, giving out things. She went and told the soldiers, I am the one. They said, an old woman who was in that village at 11 p.m. yesterday. I'm telling you, I was there. Said, are you sure you were there yesterday? If I remember very well. I was there on Tuesday, on Wednesday, Thursday, yesterday, even today, after here. I'm going back there. But last week I went to visit her. Last week was their visitation week at Jinja Upper Prison. But my grandmother has not changed. Because when I went to check on her, they didn't allow me to see her because they told me she had been incarcerated. You know what that means? Like they put you out of other people. And the reason why she had started teaching the other inmates bad manners. You know, my grandmother had a talent of backbiting. So they found her backbiting in the prison ward. That a Sergeant Opio's legs are just like the baton he carries around. So they put her away from other people. You see, my grandmother could backbite you even when you're hearing. One time she decided to backbite my sister when she was hearing. My sister was bitter and told her, Grandma, why do you backbite people like that? She was like, me? Did you hear me backbite you? Like, no, don't forget I did sign language. I can read your lips from afar. So I heard you, I read your lips. So I was like, sorry, my daughter. I didn't know you can read my lips. The following morning, my grandmother came out of the house wearing a mask. Chef Galeo is my name. Thank you so much.